back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina Anyanwu. And help me welcome my friend, Mrs.
Glory as a mom. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. Once again, it's always a pleasure to have you as our viewers. And we have a great topic again.
We do?
Yes.
All right,
yes,
let's get it out.
Let's
get it out. I'm so excited.
Exactly. As we continue our series on how to rebuild Africa. So our topic today is creating false impression for our brothers and sisters in Africa. All right, so when I say creating false impression, I know people will be wondering, who are those people creating false impression? All right, we've realized that a lot of people in diaspora, it's not everyone, but many people in diaspora, when they travel back to Africa to visit their relatives, they create such a negative and false impression that it becomes so enticing to our youths. And that's some of the reason that we found out that they try to run outside, our continent, to cross the desert and go every other place just to be like that person that came home. So if we can start telling them the truth and let them know exactly how, the Western world is. Be honest. It's almost like we said before in the previous episode that the grass is always green on the other side. But let them know, give them the facts about what is going on in the Western world. We talk about, people that have to have their citizenship or have their permanent residence or, papers that they need to work. Let them know the truth and then explain to them how difficult it is to climb the ladder of success. So don't just go home and then give them such a false impression that makes them to, think of, if I can get out of Africa and go somewhere else, that my life will be perfect.
Better.
So, yes, so that's why we have that topic. So I will let my friend, once again, give us advice on what we have to do to curtail the false impression that we are creating when we go home, so that our brothers and sisters that are living there can, make what is called an informed decision, whether they want to come over here or if they want to live in Africa and see what they can do to survive. So my dear friend, as usual, go ahead.
As a Nigerian, I know we are all Africans, but as a Nigerian, yes, before I came out in this country, we used to help people that come back home from abroad. Because you look them, they smell differently, they look differently, they speak differently, and some of them have cars. They come with cars. Despite that some of them, is a rented car. But that one is a topic for next time. But what we are saying is that our brothers and the sisters back home is not as it seems. Because over here, most of us work 24 hours a day just to make ends meet, and still it doesn't meet. You have to work, you have to pay for everything, nothing is handed down to you. Despite the fact before we come, we wash and iron our clothes, and then
do our nails.
Do what we can, and I'm not putting anybody down. Majority of us buy our ticket with a credit card. We pay when we come back. It's not like we have it. So when we come and God has blessed us here in wherever we are, because the value of money is not one-to-one. Because if it's one-to-one, most of us will not even smell coming back home. And we will not. Just saying the truth. That's how it is. And we will not think about sending anybody anything because it will not be enough for us. So over here, because the way the currency exchange is made, it looks like there is something going on here. But all I want you to have at the back of your mind, like my sister just said, you have to go through a process before you can even get a security job. You have to go through a process before you can even come out and socialize. You have to go through that process, and that process is not as easy as ABC. So when we come back, it appears that everything is going well, and people want to go out. Parents want to ask you if you can come out, if their children can come out with you. And the children, everybody want to sell what they have in order to come out of Nigeria. But because we have
other African countries,
yes,
so.
we have not been representing who we are or what we do or what actually this place look like. Exactly. I say sometimes our behavior, how we talk, what we do, how we brag, not knowing that we don't have that much over here, make people entice them. We entice them. They want to come out so they can be like us. But in actuality, if it's easy for them to come one day and look at how we are living here, some of them will say, I'd rather stay in Nigeria and face it head on day. So, our people in diaspora, please, when you get home, try to be who you are. Try to represent exactly yourself, because I know that, tell them the truth. So, in that essence, I think, you know, even our youth too, our parents who want their children to come out, we need to get more information, you know.
Exactly. All right, just to add, that's true. To add to what you said, our point is that it's not that we don't encourage people to come out. It's always good to move around wherever you can find green pasture. But our point is that what we've realized is that sometimes people are doing so well in African countries.
Yes.
They have beautiful business or they have company, but they want to close that company.
And they have handwork.
Exactly. Yeah, so they want to close it and run to the Western world. I mean, if you have something that you want to do here, it's not a problem. But to fold everything that you have when you're doing so well in Africa, and you have established a company, if you can progress doing what you're doing there, stay there. Because when you come out to the Western world, it's fine, but sometimes you have to start life all over.
And it might not be easy as you thought, because if you don't have the paper to work, you will wish you didn't make it here.
Exactly. And actually, people will be wondering, why are we addressing this issue? We are addressing it for two reasons. One, so that the youths will not be fleeing, going through the desert, trying to think that this is like heaven. And then when they come over here, most of them become disappointed because they realize that it's not, it's not exactly
the way they thought.
Exactly. So that's number one. On the other side, people that live in diaspora, sometimes when they go home and bring their relatives and they want to help them, when the relatives come over here, they feel that the person that is living over here is a millionaire, has everything, but you don't know how much the person is struggling. So when they come, they have high expectations. And when you try to teach them how to, assimilate into the system, they become a little bit resistant with their relatives, and then you see conflict in homes and conflict everywhere, because they're trying to explain to the relative, this is how this country is, it's not easy. And that's why we have found out that some of our people too, when they come, because they think you have to get rich fast here, and then they run into the wrong hands, and then end up doing something that is illegal, and then they're arrested. So our point is this: take your time, study whatever you can do in Africa. If you can succeed there, do it, try it and succeed. And then the ones that are traveling from here, tell our brothers and sisters the truth, so that they won't be dying in the process of trying to come over here, and then they won't be disappointed when they get here.
Over here. And they must ask for information. Let them get the proper information. If anybody tell you or your child and say, oh, I'm going to bring you over to any place, America or any other place, oh, you don't have to worry, there's a job already, they have accommodation for you. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Nobody have accommodation for anybody here. Nobody pays your own bill. So when somebody want to make you sell all you get at home, sell your business, pay somebody, or they will tell you they got a visa for you, they got everything for you, they are lying for you. A whole lot of people they took out, they never made it back, and they never made it to wherever their destination is. Please, our youths, let's start appreciating what we have. Let's see, what do you do? What can you do? Can you trade? Can you make something? Can you learn trade? What can you do to be, be a little bit, to be a productive citizen? What can you do in order to be able to feed yourself instead of trying to get to where you have no idea? And the person that say, I'm taking you out, that person is in Nigeria. They have no place. They do not pass anywhere. Please do not sell your business. to pay anybody to take you anywhere, because they're not going to take you nowhere but, you know, to your debt. That's the way I look at it. So my friend, try to advise them more, especially our youth that have no clue about what is going on, and they think when you tell them the truth, they think, oh, you over there, why don't you want us to come? Because a lot of them say that.
That's true. All right, so it goes back to our government actually. We know that most of the time the youths are fleeing the country because there's no job there. So our government, I mean, we are pleading with you, help these youths, resettle them. What I mean, especially the ones that have returned from, you know, different places, which is another topic that we're going to address. Try as much as you can to resettle them. I mean, people that have company, you can, you know, create openings for these people that have returned, so that at least they can, you know, have something, have means of livelihood. And then the ones that are staying here won't be, I mean, staying in the country, in the African continent.
That want to come back and stay.
Will not be fleeing all the countries just to come over here. And then the ones that have decided to relocate, what we said in other episodes is that it takes time to acquire wealth. So you don't just come over here and you feel that I have to get rich within a year or two.
And you join a bad crowd.
Exactly.
Don't
so
lead you
when
nowhere.
you're coming, don't have very high expectation. You could climb the ladder of success, you work hard. I know people are coming, like we said, because there's no employment where we come from. But if the government is doing their best, which we will continue to encourage them through our show, to see what they can do to help the youths. So whatever we have, let's just be content with it in our country. And if you have to come out, not with very high expectation.
Don't sell your clothes before you get here. Bring them.
Bring them with you.
Bring them with you. Don't give it out yet.
Exactly. Until you get here. All right, it's a very short episode, my friend. Unless you have other things that you want to
I'm still talking. Some came out because parents are like, you know, making them to come out because you see your neighbor, next door neighbor. They are in this place, they are in that place. Why don't you make effort? And they had met some of our youth. They don't want to. They stop trying.
Exactly.
At home, because they are looking forward to find any means
to get here.
We lie with God's name. Even the men of God want to bring them out. They're coming for conference.
Oh,
and eventually, they are not good. They know where they're going. Please, my people, let's start appreciating what we have. And if your sister or anybody fight for you, or brother, or any other person, or fight for you, then you can come out. Don't come and put yourself in a harm's way. That's the thing. And I'm asking our people here that are not in Nigeria, when you're going back, go the way you know that your people will know that this is who you are. Stop going in disguise.
Exactly.
Stop trying to be who you are not, because over here we know that it's not easy. Stop making everybody, enticing them, because they don't know. And they never know that you borrowed money from your credit card. So please, do it the right way.
Exactly.
Because a lot of us are sending people to their early grave not knowing that our behaviors and attitude or our show off when we get home are doing all this work. Please, our youth, be self-contented with what you have. Everybody is unique. Maybe what is working for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B or Miss B or Miss A. So try to find out what your talent is. Try to find out what you can do. And settle with it, because our God is a God. He blesses you wherever you are.
That's true.
He's not a God of one particular continent or one particular country. He's a God that is so generous. He will bless you wherever you are. Please think before you live.
Thank you so much, my friend. You've said it all. You've said it all. And the last thing that I will add again, going back to our government, is this. If we keep on allowing these youths to flee the country, that means we are losing our human resources.
Yes.
These are our engineers. These are our doctors. These are our lawyers. These are our entrepreneurs.
Yes.
These are our scientists.
That's them.
So we just have to be very, very careful, because they're not just human beings. These are people that are supposed to rebuild Africa.
That's right.
So if we close our eyes and allow them to keep on fleeing and fleeing because there's no job in Africa, then we are losing our human resources. Well, I mean, we talked about our natural resources, that we are trying to protect as much as we can.
Yes.
We have to protect our human resources.
Yes.
So that's our point today. Any other thing that you need to
I
add?
think if they say a word is enough for the wise.
That's true.
We just have to start cutting our coats according to our sizes.
That's true.
And stop living a false life.
Yes.
Stop deceiving other people, because our behavior tells so much about us. And eventually some of us do not know that what we do have an impact on somebody else's life.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. All right, so thank you so much, our viewers. And once again, watch us next week.
That's right.
As usual,
Bless.
at our sweet home, Africa. All right, have a blessed week.
And as usual, please subscribe, send to your friends. My friend just said it might not be for you, it might be for your neighbor or your co-worker or your friend's friends. Please do us a favor. Once you reach you, do not be stingy with it, just send it out. So that, and encourage them to subscribe, because we say the more the merrier. Remain blessed, encourage us with your words, and God bless you as you do that. So we talk to you next week in our next episode. Different topic though. God bless.